It's Week 10 of the NFL, and our focus is on Cade Stover. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Jags and the Vikings on EA Sports.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
Here's Michael Badgley, ready to kick this one off. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings led out by the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. Won the national championship at the University of Michigan. Wasn't asked to throw it a ton during that championship run, but very athletic, very impressive. And Greg, he's the guy for the Vikes.
Going back and looking at last week's tape, just a little too up and down for my liking. It's hard to win consistently in the NFL, Mike, with your quarterback having good plays, good weeks, bad weeks. You want to just level all of that out. Maybe you lose some of the highs, but you prevent some of the lows. And when he was good, he was really good. But when he was bad, those are the back-breaking plays that really are hard to overcome if you want to win consistently in this league. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. The throw on the run is complete.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
Last week was kind of an interesting game for this quarterback, Mike. I mean, somebody who takes such great pride in his ability to win with his arm. He found a ton of success on the ground last week, and his ability to cross the goal line on 3 different occasions went a long way towards securing that win. I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to call his own number if those opportunities continue to present themselves.
2nd and a yard. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now a handoff to Etienne, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Olave is the motion man. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. the middle, here's Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. DeMarcus Lawrence, there on the stop. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's White. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Jones motioning here. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a 1st down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Shotgun snap and a give to White. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
The Jaguars offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. That's to the tight end, Stover. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's Etienne. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Khalil Mack, multiple-time All-Pro there on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. And he'll get this forward to about the 33.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. This one caught by DJ Chark. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. That's Rudy Ford, the safety, up to get the stop. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's White. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. Slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And as we move into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns. On 1st down, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll run. And he's going to get this up near the 1st down marker. Tackle made at the 29-yard line.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Ball start.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He's got his man. That's Olave. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Jacksonville.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Hurts to the air on first down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Now a screen set up for ETN. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's Hurts. That's deep for Olave. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by a Monty Hooker. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They run with White. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Jones motioning here. On play action, here's McCarthy. Open man's got it. That's Chark. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Pass brought in by Chark. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's White. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. He's going to have a Vikings first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. The man in motion here is Chark. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, White.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the back.
That one taken in. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. A short one taken at the 10. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. This throw left side, taken in by Kirk. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. On the handoff, it's Etienne. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. Whoa! And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Got his man. It's Kirk. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Kirk is the motion man. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Little short. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. A first down throw for Hurts. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Hurts again. Taking off. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Badgley's kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Daniel Jones, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Richie James now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On 2nd down, here's ETN. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The Vikings offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Quick throw taken in. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's a give up the middle with White, and he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, it's White. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. From his corner spot, Jamel Dean ends that play.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On a zone read, a give to White. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Still first down.
They send him right out of the slot. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Off he goes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Now McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. McCarthy going to look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Vikings go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On the out, connecting with Allen.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Lining off defenders here, he'll churn forward and pick up 3. Third down, 3 to go. Olave is the motion man. Third and short, and Hurts will throw. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's complete to ETN.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. He'll drop this for ETN. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Once again, it's ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on third and short. They do not get it done. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. To throw is Hurts. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll go again with White. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. The man in motion here is Chark. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. Coming free is Chark. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. It'll go down as an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Jones motioning here. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Pass brought in by Chark. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down. The man in motion here is Chark. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. On the move past the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Open man's got it. That's Chark. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The man in motion here is Chark. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On the handoff, it's White. And he'll take this down to about the 8. Another run here with White. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jags offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Good for the Jaguars.
Hurts working in the pistol. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Hurts will try it again. His throw left side, taken in by Kirk. 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hurts again. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Vikings 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. And they'll throw here with Hurts. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Right back to Olave. He's got it again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Again, Hurts. Left side into the hands of Olave.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Now they face third down and 7. To the air again, Hurts. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Here's a big one now from Michael Badgley. This to get back to a one-possession game.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Rachaad White ready for this next possession. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They'll fake the give. A hit, and he has lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. On the ground, it's White. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. On the ground, this is White. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. That's to the tight end, Stover. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here's first down. Throwing is Hurts. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another try, second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That is hard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
To throw is Hurts. He's going to run it. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Now, second and goal. To throw is Hurts. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play threw it up to the left corner of the end zone. And, Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. Man open is Jones. He's got it. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Vikings will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's James. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Here's second down. Hurts to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's...
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.